This is the Attorney General. The automated system said my wait would be 2 minutes, but it's not
Thank you
accurate
for
when
holding.
I call
We
in.
are experiencing extended hold
My wait
times.
time is not what they claim
However,
it would
your
be
call
on
is
the
very
automated system
important
for
to
some
us.
reason.
Please remain
Multiple
on the
different
line
phone
for the
calls.
next available agent. Your patient. May I have your name, please?
This is Officer Sean.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have an employee ID?
Oh, no, ma'am. We just go by our names here. So mine's Officer Sean, spelled Shaun. I'm the only one in my region, San Antonio, with that spelling.
Okay. Yes, my name is Kiana Clark.
Thank you, ma'am. And what is the other parent's name?
Michael.
Your address is still the same?
Yes.
All right. How can I help you today?
Yes. No one called me back regarding the discrepancy with the child support payments. I have some questions.
Okay. Sure. How can I help you, ma'am?
Okay. Since I got this stalker, in 2015, there was just been a lot of weird things going on with child support payments. So in 2015, I called every month checking on child support payments, and they told me they didn't get any, and the child support payments were coming into my account. Okay, so they lied to me. Attorney General, whoever I was talking to on my phone, lied and said I didn't get payments. So I talked to the dad. He said, "No, I feel that they are taking that money. You need to find out what's going on." They lied to me and told me they didn't get the payments. So eventually the money was placed on a card, but it was going into my bank account. So it was an inconvenience that they placed it, put it on a card, and I had it going into my bank account. But whoever I was talking to blatantly lied. Well, they did it again, 2017. I don't know when the money was derived, but they lied about $5,841.50. They told me yet again they did not get any money for several months. So I talked to the stepmom because the dad really wasn't running things. He had a stroke. Stepmom said no, they did take that money and the other parent got their money. I don't know what happened to yours. They told me that they did not get it. So when I was in jail on false charges, I wrote to the 255th District Court about how I didn't get funds and how he was behind in child support, about child abuse, and a whole bunch of other things that they ignored. But to make a long story short, then the money appeared, $5,841.50. Well, I also had discrepancies because money was coming in from a Social Security, and it would be off 100, a dollar, $100, and then there was another party, another dad that discrepancies with his payment, the amount, and these are on two different cases, issues with two different cases, but they didn't want to talk about it. They called the police on me to enforce criminal activity. So I went to another location, and they covered for it there. So I don't understand why so many parties are lying to me and why their government is enlisted in stealing funds and why no one will call me back and on this line and then cover for the criminal activity.
Okay, and you said this was in 2015 and in 2017, correct? The payments?
I don't know when they got the payments because whoever I talked to on the phone lied to me about the payments. So I don't know when they got them. They told me they didn't receive the payments, but it was a blatant lie twice.
Okay.
But
So I
here's the
went back
thing.
to
Now they're lying
your.
to me again, saying some money got abated. Do you see that? Why did they just send me out when my abuser was mad that I was behind $500 and then it changed to $10,000? Why do they keep stealing money from me when my abuser's mad? Like he's controlling the attorney general. And if he can control the attorney general, if they allow a stalker to control the attorney general, I mean, does that endanger other people? Or letting stalkers run the government?
Okay, let's take a look here. So the one here with Michael Cage, I'm looking at the one where you're the custodial parent. I'm looking at your pay record, pay history. Let's go down to 2000. So in 2015, and I can see your record of this. I see there was a total of only two payments made in 2015 by Mr. Cage.
Okay, well, 2016, was it 2016?
No payments at all in 16 and 8 payments in 17, which I am going to send you a payment record, a financial activity report showing you everything that was received and everything that was distributed out?
No. I was told that this is a problem. Whoever I was talking to on the phone was lying to me, along with other multiple people that I talked to on the phone. So let's go about the abated. Why all of a sudden now did they realize and send me an email that I was $500 behind, and then it changed to 10,000 when it's supposed to be going from the rearage? Why did they just realize when he was upset that they needed that it was abated, like it was a
Well, you have
crime?
two cases. You have one where he's paying you and one where you're.
I'm just this is I
him.
don't know why so many people cover for insane events on my phone. I just told you that our representatives lied to me about $5,841. Does that startle you? I just told you that police came to interrupt me reporting crimes with my child support payments? That's not alarming to you? That doesn't amaze you?
Well, man, I'm trying to figure everything out. So
I don't know why people that I talk to on my phone cover for crimes and lie to me and sabotage and commit crimes with the people in person. So,
well, I am trying to figure everything out because you have two cases here. You have one where you're paying and one that you're receiving.
Okay, the abated one for the 20 from the one that I'm making the payments on, because I was on hold a long time. So the one for the $26,000 that's owed.
Okay, so you want to look at the one that you're making the payments on first. Is that
The
correct?
$26,000 that's owed to me.
I know, I understand that. Okay, that's the one where you're receiving the payment. So I do see a balance of $26,425. I'm looking at the payment record, the payment history of everything that came in. Child support was ended in 2018, so it looks like he is paying off arrears that were owed after that date, and of course any interest that has accumulated on there.
Okay, so now it hasn't been abated.
Yeah, there was a temporary order that was received. Let's take a look here. That ended the child support in 2018. It was from an associate judge that was signed.
What was the judge?
Okay, let's see here. Mr. Cage.
I asked you what was a judge. What was a judge? I asked you that you put me on hold for a while to get that. I'm on my lunch break.
Okay, and the judge, I cannot read his signature. It's actually like chicken scratch, and it doesn't have it printed underneath his name. Let me look at this document because that's a signed temporary order. So it was done through private court.
Okay, so when I call the access and visitation line and they're covering for the criminal activity and won't give me resources to assist, and they're lying about the services, I don't know why people interrupt. I don't understand why people interrupt me so often when I'm trying to verbalize crimes that are happening to me so routinely. What were you saying?
No, I said access and visitation is only be able to help you as far as the visitation part of your orders.
Right, and I'm not getting it, and they were sabotaging my report of that and hanging up on me and covering for crimes on my phone. So why would the access and visitation line deny me that right to have access to my daughter and give me the tools to how I can do a complaint? With so many parties committing crimes to hinder my child custody rights, why would they deprive me of that when I called them on my phone? And why was the Social Security? Why was the Attorney General being dishonest to me about payments? $5,841.50 is a lot of money they lied about. A blatant lie, and told me they didn't get it until they got caught in the lie. Then it appeared on my card because it was record that I didn't get it. Had I not sent that letter, $5,841.50 would have been stolen. But the government was caught in the lie and gave me my money back. But multiple other things they haven't been caught in, and I'm still deprived. And they're enforcing the criminal activity through calling the police and listing the business to call the police to enforce crimes. I still have money that's disappeared that they're enforcing the criminal activity by denying me information and threatening security and the police. So what do I do if the government is stealing child support payments for profit?
I'm seeing all payments that have been received have been dispersed out. There was collection June 20th, 2018 at
I don't really think we're getting
$5,841.
anywhere because you're condoning this amazing situation. I was
Well, I'm
told
not
that
saying
they
like
were
these
a baby.
payments
I don't.
were
Why would
not.
you condone that, sir? I just told you that they
I'm not
had.
condoning anything.
You're being
I'm
pretty
answering your
rude.
question.
Pump the
That's
brakes,
okay,
sir.
because
You're being pretty rude,
I'm
and
not
they are
condoning
stealing
anything.
my child support payments. I don't know why people routinely cover for it and rude with me on my phone
There's
like
somebody
they're
receiving
criminals.
any child support payment, ma'am. All payments that came in have been dispersed out as they were received. I'm looking at your actual list. I'll send you a record to show you, but all payments as they were received have been distributed out.
Okay, all records have they. How do you know if people are committing crimes and covering up? The payment amounts changed on a whim, and it was coming from
If,
Social Security. And why did they want? Why did they give me fraud and not want me to know what I received and what I? Because the thing about it is, I got benefits from the dad and from another dad, and it was coming through Social Security, and I got a little money off him. So there was a discrepancy with his with his child support payments, which was coming from his Social Security. So I asked for the record of what I was getting paid, and it would also show what he was getting, what he was paying as child support. They gave me fraud and would not give me my record. I waited for my record. The Social Security Administration gave me fraud, would not give me my record. They gave me something on reading that had nothing to do with what I waited and requested for. Then security came, locked up, and closed down before COVID, right before COVID, so I couldn't get the information. Then COVID happened, and now when I call on my phone, they hang up, sabotage evidence. So I just gave up. So I'm trying to figure out, am I talking to criminals on my phone? Or is all these people that I call from Attorney General really covering for crimes? Why would the Social Security Administration keep hanging up to prevent me from getting access to the payments I'm supposed to be getting?
that I don't know. I can't answer for Social Security.
I don't know why the FBI would hang up and cover for crimes, and why organizations, why people interrupt me routinely and don't let me speak when I'm exposing criminal activity. When I'm calling on my phone, I don't know why my phone company will not call me back on my phone, technical support, and why they won't put in the reports that something is amiss with my phone. But I just told you that security came and removed me, and I told you that whoever I talked to on my phone blatantly lied to me about payments. Why does that not surprise you?
Because I'm looking at your record here, and I can actually see where it's been distributed out to you. And nothing has been held, nothing has been withheld. Payments were issued out as we received.
No, sir. $5,841. $5,841 was not given to me, and they lied to me about you're disregarding that they lied to me. Attorney General on my phone lied to me two different times about receiving the payments. Why would you disregard that? Why would they lie to me on my phone? Then they lied to me again. You're being rude, and there's major crimes that happened to me. I don't know why this routinely happens. Your behavior is inexcusable. If some people lie to me over the phone, it's like you're covering for it. Why would you cover for
anything? Ma'am, I'm not covering anything. I just told you that.
I just told you Attorney General lied to me 2 times, and you're over talking me, so I can't give you that evidence, which is criminal.
I'm just not going to argue because
you should not argue if the Attorney General is stealing payments from me and lying to me about $5,841.50. You don't need to continue working there if you want to argue with me about thefts and payments of stolen from me. And when people get caught in lies, they put it on my card. You should not want to argue with me if you want to continue working there in a good world. You should let me speak and try to get to the bottom of why 2 different times representatives lied to me about a large sum of money, and why they lied about abating almost $30,000 when they got away with the other crimes that they were committing. Sir, I don't really know if this is Attorney General. It said my wait time was 2 minutes, and then I was on hold like 15, 20 minutes. I'm not sure. I don't know how this is being done, but I don't think all CPS intake workers are criminal to not investigate. I don't know what's going on with my cell phone service. I don't know why police intervened in me speaking with AT&T and multiple other providers, what the government is doing, but it's completely out of control. And I hope people get their charges really soon. Thank you.